I hope you're all out there having the best day possible, and as always, I appreciate you taking a bit of time out of that day to actually watch one of my videos and try to ignore the fact that that E is the only uppercase letter in the entire word. It's not that easy to make a lowercase e out of coins, okay guys? But in all seriousness, I just want to talk about another thing that I found pretty entertaining, and I'm not going to say anything bad about this company's intentions, anything in terms of like they're trying to scam or anything, because obviously that would be very unfair for me to make like statements like that when I have no idea what the truth about that matter is. But what I do think is interesting is that they're trying to sell you on a premise that to me seems almost counterintuitive, especially because they're comparing themselves to the popular, I guess, trading app. I don't know if it's also a website, but they're really heavily comparing themselves to Robinhood specifically, which I'm already not the biggest fan of them, but their biggest selling point is the fact that they allow you to trade relatively easily when it comes to stocks and I guess cryptos now as well. But that's the whole emphasis is that you are the one that's able to trade. And so this company's like sales pitch just really didn't make any sense to me. And I actually found this pitch through a sponsored post on Instagram that looks to me more like a meme format than an actual advertisement, but it just starts off with someone asking, "Invest with Titan? What even is Titan? Lol." And of course, is an absolute softball question so that they can then knock it out of the park with this reply by saying, "Think Robinhood, but we pick the stocks and manage your investments for you." And the first thing I thought was, isn't that just not Robinhood then? Because I thought the whole idea of Robinhood was it made it really easy for, I guess, people who don't have the most money to invest, people who don't want to go through a broker, to be able to just easily trade stocks and I guess now cryptos as well without having to really worry about too much else in terms of interference or especially in terms of a middleman. So I just thought, well, it just isn't really Robinhood at all anymore then, right? Are they just saying that they allow you to invest small amounts still? Like, I don't really get what the comparison is here or what the sales pitch is, but what I do know is that this seems to me like something that just is really futile because at the end of the day, here's what I see this app as. It's a way for these people to invest your money without any risk because if you end up losing money, they're not going to be the ones paying back your losses, right? They're not going to give you back a percentage of the money that you lost because they made the wrong call or one of their experts made the wrong call with your money. But if you make money, then they get to take a percentage of your profits, and that's how they make money. Unless they're a company that relies entirely on advertising, which would make me even less trustworthy almost, because then that would mean that they'd have a bunch of personal data about people that they could potentially sell to third companies, right? But I'm assuming that their profits are going to be from the fees that they take when you go to withdraw your investment. And I'm not sure if they do it where maybe they take a fee of the profit you made so that if you're in the negative in terms of your original investment, they actually won't take any fee, or if they actually take a fee out of the total amount of money that you're taking out, because in that case, then you'd actually be paying to lose money as well. I'm not really sure how that works though, so I'm not going to make any assumptions. I just haven't seen any claims one way or the other when I was looking through their app, and I just don't really know exactly how it works. But speaking of their app, I did see the three most recent reviews were all 1 star, and they were all talking about issues with actually connecting this app to your bank account. In fact, two different people said that they have not been able to receive payouts. This app does advertise that it gives extremely fast, extremely easy payouts, and that your money's not really locked in, but those reviews do kind of say otherwise. And again, I'm not saying anything about this company whatsoever in terms of whether or not I think that this is going on with them. But I will say that in other cases, like when I fell for a crypto scam years ago, and it was either BitConnect or something super similar to it, what ends up happening is they'll pay out the people who were first invest with money from new investors. That's a Ponzi scheme. And what ends up happening is investors start having to wait longer and longer periods of time to get their money back as more people are needed to be brought in to actually pay off those original people. And eventually you see issues like this where people are not able to get their payout within days. Again, I'm not saying that that's what's going on here, but it is at least early signs of trouble to me when a company that promises super fast same day payouts is taking more than a week to even deliver on that for their customers. And beyond everything else, I just don't really see the value in actually paying double just to invest in terms of you're not just paying for the investment itself and whatever small fee that the service might have, but then you're also paying a larger fee to actually have someone else invest that money for you when you could have just taken the time to learn how to do it yourself. I know that not everyone has that much time in their life. I do understand if you're an extremely busy person, if you're working all the time, then that might not be super feasible for you to do, excuse me, and you might feel like, hey, I want to still be able to invest, so why don't I look into a service like this? But you have to understand that investing is not something that anybody has a surefire holdover. It's not like anyone who's an expert is going to be so qualified that they're going to make sure that you're making gains no matter what. And if you think, well, I'll just set myself to a lower risk tolerance, I'm pretty sure what they'll do then is just put you into mutual funds and bonds, something that you could have easily done yourself without too much research at all. So no matter how you look at it, to me at least, this is not really something that's worth your time, and especially not worth your money, quite literally. But with that being said, that is it for this quick video. And if you did find yourself enjoying the information, and consider dropping a like on the video and commenting as well. Those things help it to get shared with more people. And hey, if you want to share with a friend yourself, I would more than appreciate that. But beyond everything else, I will be posting daily content just like this on the channel. So if you want to see more of it, please consider subscribing as well. But that is truly it for this one now. Peace.